now that puts you in the deepest part of the saddle. And now your leg's going to be underneath you. Yeah, that's right. It's like, well, that's great. Now my ass is great.
Okay.
But that is the biggest thing that people do when they get their leg out in front of them a little bit is that they also tip their pelvis and their fanny gets a little out behind them. Okay? If your pelvis was a bucket of water, hold the water. Okay? Your tendency is to dump water out the front of the bucket.
Right.
Which is mine. My tendency, same thing. All right? So that's what your job is to think that by doing that, what we just did is it made your pelvis way vertical and it put you in the deepest part. I would say a solid 70% of the people that I teach want to sit too far back in the saddle. All right, so now we'll do the same thing in right lead canter. All right, I think DC can do this without stepping on my feet. I sit here.
Depends on how many meter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, exactly. It could change at a moment's notice. Good girl. So your fingers stay closed around the reins. Sorry, I'm going to walk into the
Oh, you're fine.
That stinky, dirty woman. Good. Yeah, and then she just has to she just has to go forward into that commitment. And then whichever rein is not making the counterflexion, the opposite rein massages round her so that she doesn't do the counterflexion and leg yield with her nose in the air. She's got to do it connected. Counterflex and send her in. Yes, it's all right. You've got to be out of your ever-loving freaking mind, woman. That's all right. So that's better in the connection, not quite as good in the alignment. And now this next time you're going to get to do both. Sit deepest on beat one. Your fanny doesn't get out behind you. That's better. And that's going to feel like holy bananas different. And now it comes all the way through your body though, so that you don't do, all right, come here for just a second. So bad, don't turn off that camera. I can't be allowed to say this.
Oh, come on.
Mary Jane
Turn it off.
looks like she does something obscene to the saddle. Okay? All right, bless her heart, she's trying to make the horse go. All right? All right. And when you just made that little change, you got a little bit looking that way, okay? You did the pelvis exactly right. You did the follow through, but what you didn't do is you didn't get tall.
Okay.
So by collapsing, it made the pelvis look busy, okay? Versus follow through and come all the way up, and then your pelvis won't look busy because you'll look like your whole body did it and not just one part of you, okay? So you think about that upswing. You think about that upswing.
But I like it.
Exactly. Love my saddle. Okay, so think about that upswing, but tall in the upper body. Okay.
So, and then when I come down here, she needs to flex to the left. That's
She
the
does
counter flex.
exactly. She does need to flex to the left,
And
but
leg
when
yield
she
over.
does, this rein
Gets too loose.
yes, and then that's when she came above the connection. Okay. So you send her over like this, then this rein has to catch that. Okay.
I like
Poor
that.
DC, she thought you gave enough on her.
It's terrible to use local people as an example, but if they're people that you watch ride,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You can't.
And
Using
the-
Anki as an example is no good.
The only other people we know in common wouldn't be.
Right.
I promise I won't post it on YouTube.
Okay. That's right. Yes,
Ooh, she didn't like that.
that's right. And you know what, Leah? You've got it right when she gets a little irked by it. because that's when it makes the alignment change. Now that's better with your upper body. You need that follow through. Better. And then again, down the long side once more. Catch her so she can't come above the right. Yep, and I know you're working hard, but that's what you have to do. We talked about that at the beginning. Is that classical? Oh, hell no. But it's what you need to break through to get into her back. Good for you. And then the down transition, and that's enough for her today. Good job. Good job. She's got a willing attitude.
She does.